Yo, collect and connect.
Blake and Chad. Chad
And Blake.
Collect
And connect.
Blake and Chad's Collect and Connect.
This is Luke Chu. Dave Presley.
Blake and Chad's.
This is
Blake and Chad's.
This is
Collect and Connect.
Welcome into our show. Thanks for taking some time and getting in here and, kicking it with us. And I met you out at Designer Con and, just for a brief second, and it was pretty cool to meet you and do, Designer Con and being able to meet Jason and you. And, the night before, I think we met a little bit and, a good event. But then you're in Chicago this weekend and now you're home with the kids and
and then
on the move again.
I'm in LA next week. So it's a lot going on back to back.
Awesome.
I love design
right now. You're doing awesome.
Yeah, I like to stay busy, so keep it going.
So now with Web3 coming into play and, back to conventions and all this, when I was at the convention in December out there and, now as I'm going to more now, I see a lot more people integrating into Web3 as far as crypto markets and stuff, with this new AR photo that you're doing here and technology coming into play, as an artist from doing it, since you were a kid, seeing on paper to here, so now digital to phygital, back to NFT. What do you think about all this? Like, I know it's so much happening as far as I know it's evolutionary in ways, but as far as community and with your Twitter spaces, and what do you feel with Web3 coming into the next year? I know 2023 feels big for me with Web3. What about you?
Yeah, I totally agree. And I love that you guys also care about that crossover and how they keep kind of playing back and forth with each other. I think it's super important, and it just goes to show, every time that I feel like I've tried to do something, right? Like that AR activation in this show that is very much like in the physical toy world. Like Rotofugi's been known in this toy scene since like 2004. They're well established there, and they are not onboarded into Web3, right? But it's like an opportunity to kind of utilize these moments to kind of like bridge those gaps and have some crossover. And in the same sense, I also had like interesting reactions from Web3 people, kind of like, oh, I've never even heard of that place. And there were people from Chicago who's like, what is this? This is so cool. So, you know what I mean? I think that I have a few other takes on it. I think that it's really important. Like, I'm deep Web3, but like, I understand so well the other side of things too, that I kind of know that you can't like overload people with too much. You sprinkle it.
It's a whole new computer, I say, for a lot of people. I'm like, here's a whole computer to learn. Remember like 20 years ago when computers were first out, people were like, how do you click and how do you do this? And that's what I feel like you said, it's just too much right now. But I think over time, as you sprinkle it in, you learn how to click, you sort of learn how to type, and then you sort of, here we are in Web3 and creating.
And here's another thing, right? Like anybody who understands collectibles or toys and fun, right? Playability, gaming, or like, anyone who enjoys that, like, you can also understand the user experience and like how to make something, like how to inspire curiosity. So all of that stuff is like something that I'm interested in. And
I love that aspect, like you're talking about, how you can almost integrate, like you're saying, with your community now, with Web3, bring them into your world, in essence, as far as like your collectors, and really absorb them into the Web3 atmosphere. And, as we speak, as we speak with the artists, I sort of see like you're evolving your art into Web3. You're bringing your brain into the world here, just like. And I can almost feel like if I put on an Oculus and we're walking to your world, we can see everything in your brain, and that, and sort of that's what I love about this atmosphere we're getting into right now. And as as you come out with these AR pieces and you sort of chip away, like you say, you sort of sprinkle it in, and you sort of let people see that, and you're like, and then they come into your Twitter space, and then they come into your Discord, and they sort of start seeing your vision into Web3. And we love what we're doing here. And as we hear the Web3 coming into play, do you have like a .eth and all that? And
Oh yeah.
oh, right.
And a .tez. Yeah.
Oh, yes. So you're really into the crypto game then, it sounds like. Huh?
Yep. I love, by the way, I have to give you credit. That's such a cool name, Collect and Connect. So perfect.
Thanks.
That was Chad over there.
Well done, Chad.
But I mean, it made sense. Like, and it kind of just fell, I don't know, in place, the name, because both of us, we were collecting. We connected through collecting NFTs. Like, that's when me and Blake met. So yeah, it's fitting in a sense.
It was funny too because Ron English, that was our first interview ever. Yeah, he's a
good one.
yeah. We were cool, and then Sked, and then Luke, but we met him I met him in Miami, and he has Light Coal Crypto Club, LCCC.
I'm a holder.
Let's go. And so we have LCC, so we're like, wait, BCCC. So Blake, Chad's Collect Connect. So we're like, there we go. So it sort of correlated with LP at the time, and it was just like, it was pretty cool how it all happened. But yeah, we love the name, and we branded, and we got an NFT. We would love to send you. It's our logo if we can. That'd be. We would love to send you one. We're sending one. It's our season 2 now, so we create our NFT and trying to get into Web3 ourselves and sort of on board. And
How did you come up with your characters in your world and the background, like the lore of everything for it?
Sure. Yeah, I would love to talk about that. I've come up with many characters over the years, and the ones that I've pretty much, focused on over the last 15 years or so have been, somehow deeply connected to something that I like, that is very inspiring to me, or something that I'm kind of obsessed with, so very passionate about. So I've actually found that it's important to develop characters for a while, and that way it's kind of like when you get this is a really weird comparison, but when you get a job when you're young and the stakes are low, you can mess up and you can learn, and it's okay if you get fired because you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're going to get another job that you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take what you learned from the last one.
Right?
Yeah.
Keeping your craft in a way.
Right. So I feel like it's similar with characters. I feel like you are honing your craft of how much you want to put into this character. And then over time, you realize, okay, this was good while it lasted, or maybe you're I never really liked this that much. That must be why I don't want to draw it that much, because you know what I mean? That's not the one. I think when I drew, when I first drew Aghostus, it was in 2D, and I felt really this is it. I felt that moment, it was just some universe energy. I know that sounds crazy, but it was just I had this moment, and I was all I wanted to do was draw Aghostus at that point. And I was incorporating it into every show I did. I used to do all these other little things, arts, and I did these crafty jewelry things, and I would always incorporate Aghostus into every collection of everything I would do.